Imagine this. The most powerful man in the world, the President of the United States, storms off a live national broadcast not once, but twice, leaving behind a stunned anchor, a silent studio, and millions of viewers glued to their screens in disbelief. This wasn't scripted drama. This wasn't reality TV. This was Donald Trump on the Today Show with Craig Melvin, and what unfolded was a raw, unfiltered clash of egos, accountability, and the fragile line between journalism and power. If you think presidential interviews are just polite chit-chat, buckle up, because this one shattered that illusion in under 15 minutes. Hit that subscribe button right now, smash the bell, and drop a comment telling me, was Craig Melvin a hero for holding Trump's feet to the fire? Or did he ambush the president? Your opinions are about to explode in the comments, and I can't wait to read them. Let's dive into every heart-pounding second of this historic meltdown. The stage is set in the iconic Studio 1A at Rockefeller Center, home of NBC's Today Show, a place where morning America gets its daily dose of news, weather, and feel-good segments. It's a crisp Tuesday morning, and the air crackles with anticipation. A sitting president doesn't just drop by a morning show. It's a logistical fortress. Secret Service agents sweep every corner, producers huddle over question lists like generals planning a battle, and the crew moves with military precision. Craig Melvin, the seasoned co-anchor with a resume forged in the fires of local news, hurricanes, and political firestorms, sits in his chair one final time reviewing his notes. He's no rookie. Years at NBC have honed him into a journalist who digs deep, follows up relentlessly, and never settles for spin. But today he's facing Donald J. Trump, the master of media, the king of deflection, a man who's turned interviews into gladiatorial arenas and walked out when the heat got too intense. Trump arrives precisely at 8:15, post-commercial break, in his signature dark suit and red tie, hair defying gravity as always. He's all smiles, handshakes, and charm with the crew. This is his playground. Cameras rolling, lights blazing, millions watching. Craig greets him warmly, mics are clipped, countdown hits 0, and they're live. The opening salvo is textbook. Craig eases in with softballs, legislative wins, booming economy stats, foreign policy triumphs. Trump leans back, legs crossed, exuding confidence. He pivots like a pro. Tremendous success. Everyone's saying, the best numbers in history. Body language gurus would later dissect his relaxed posture as overconfidence bordering on arrogance. Craig probes gently for specifics, but it's standard fare. Viewers at home sipping coffee think, same old political dance. Then, the shift. Craig leans in, tone sharpening just enough to signal danger. He cites polls, trust in government at rock-bottom lows. Mr. President, he says calmly, Americans feel they're not getting straight answers from Washington. How do you address that frustration? Trump launches into his greatest hits, fake news, biased media, his unmatched transparency. But Craig interrupts, a bold move against any president, let alone this one. Sir, with respect, I'm not talking media. I'm talking trust. He rattles off examples, flip-flopping policies, contradictory statements, numbers that don't add up. Trump's smile tightens. He uncrosses his legs, sits ramrod straight. Deflection fails as Craig stacks facts like a prosecutor. The tension escalates when Craig goes nuclear. Can you name one time in the past year you've admitted being wrong? Just one. The studio freezes. Crew members perk up. This isn't policy. It's personal, a direct assault on Trump's infallible persona. Trump stares, jaw clenching, then attacks Craig personally, questioning his credentials, implying diversity hires, not merit. It's ugly, racially tinged, and the room feels it. Craig, unflinching, waits a beat. That's not an answer, sir. Boom. Trump erupts, voice rising, finger jabbing, accusing ambush, media disgrace. He rips off his mic with a sharp pop that echoes through living rooms nationwide, stands, glares at the camera. This is why nobody trusts you people. And he's gone. Empty chair. Stunned silence. Craig, adrenaline surging but voice steady. We'll take a quick break. Cut to commercial. 3 minutes and 40 seconds that feel like hours. Backstage chaos erupts. Producers panic in the control room. Address it? Ignore it? Scrap the cooking segment? Presidents don't walk out. Even media haters grit their teeth for optics. Trump, surrounded by Secret Service and aides, rants, furious, demanding agreement he was right to bolt. His press secretary spins, "Media bias win!" But on set, Craig's hands tremble slightly from the rush. Co-hosts Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb check on him. He nods, fine, but processing. No playbook exists for this. Lights up, back live. Craig threads the needle. President Trump ended the interview. We asked fair questions. He chose to leave. We respect that, but he doesn't stop. He replays clips, contextualizes, not to gloat, but to prove no gotchas, just facts from Trump's own record. Viewers who missed the start get the full picture. Here's the twist no one saw coming. Trump hasn't left. He's backstage, watching on a monitor, seething as Craig doubles down without apology. In Trump's world, silence equals defeat. Aides beg him to go. He insists on returning. Secret Service scrambles. Producers notified mid-fashion segment. Sorry, sustainable fabrics lady. Craig, earpiece buzzing, greenlights it. Apologies to the designer, and Trump strides back. Audience murmurs, phones sneak out. He sits, mic reattached by a nervous crew member, eyes locked on Craig like a predator. Craig, glad you're back to continue. Trump cuts in, not continuing, correcting your lies. Craig, cool. I reported facts. You left. Trump leans in, invading space. Set up. Hit job! Craig matches fire. Every question from your words, your actions. If truth discomforts you, that's your issue, not mine. Silence swallows the studio. You don't tell a president that. Careers end or ignite here. Trump reddens. Craig presses. Millions watch, teachers, nurses, parents. They want truth, not spin. You can't name one wrong. What does that say? Trump stands, points. Wrong to come here, wrong to trust fair treatment. Craig. Still no answer, just anger at the question. Aides pull Trump. He shakes free, camera rant. Media invites, attacks, twists. Craig's no journalist, an activist. Craig rises. They face off over the coffee table like boxers. Craig. I ask questions. That's my job. Can't handle them. Maybe not fit for office. Trump storms off, second time final. Doors slam. Craig watches, then sits, ignores producer screams for commercial. Camera on him. I've interviewed everyone, presidents to heroes. Never this. But my job isn't comfort for the powerful. It's questions for you at home. If they cause walk-offs, they were needed. Producers yield. Let him roll. He addresses critics. If we can't challenge leaders without tantrums, what democracy is this? Not left or right. Accountability. Meanwhile, Trump's motorcade speeds away. Tweets fly. Third-rate Craig. NBC fake, ambush. Supporters amplify, threats brew. Craig trends, hero to some, villain to others. Savannah joins, genuine. You okay? Craig. Processing. But I stand by it. Phones explode. Ads, affiliates, legal, PR, newsrooms, book analysts. Clips loop endlessly. The mic rip, the truth line, the standoff, viral gold. Craig's phone, congrats, worries, stranger thanks, hate. Show grinds on, sleep expert, pillows, surreal normalcy after apocalypse, commercial break, Craig alone, weight settling. He stood ground. History's judgment pending but no regrets. Show wraps at 9. Set dismantles. Executives swarm. Agent strategizes. Security briefs threats. Clip hits 50 million views in 48 hours. Conferences invite. Ethics classes dissect. Trump attacks for weeks. Years later, it's the press presidency benchmark. Craig breathes in his dressing room. Questions asked. Ground held. Consequences, whatever. Job done. Analysis floods. Body experts on Trump's rage. Psychologists on ego. Strategists on optics disaster. Debates rage, trap, or overreach. But the real win, conversation sparked. Apolitical folks engage on press roll, accountability. In scripted PR era, this was raw truth. Morning shows pivot to gifs, music, weather. Craig smiles professionally, forever changed. So, verdict? Craig brave or reckless? Trump victim or thin-skinned? Comment below, debate it. Subscribe for updates. This saga's just beginning. Like, share, see you next time.